Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, and today we're talking TT Games' next title, LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, because I wanted to make a quick video going over some of the news we got over the past week. First off, we got some really good high-res screenshots of several of the heroes and villains that are going to be featured in the game. This was for Valentine's Day, so over the weekend, the official LEGO Batman account posted several Valentine's Day postcards with the different characters on them. Their post says, "Which one will you send your partner in crime fighting?" So the first image here, of course, is for Batman. I believe that's the 2022, the Batman suit that he's wearing there. And it says, "Tonight is for just us." I see what they did there, but nothing too crazy with this image. And then the second one here is our first in-game look at Poison Ivy, who is based on her 1997 Batman and Robin movie version. Now, we have seen her before in the Wanted posters that got released late last year, but I believe this is the first time we're seeing her actual character model. This one says, "My love is growing," and you can also see some sort of plant enemy in the background, so perhaps that's going to be part of her boss fight. Next up, we have the Joker. "You put a smile on my face," and as we've seen many times, this is the Heath Ledger appearance of the Joker. This seems to be the one that they're using for like 95% of the marketing, but as we saw earlier this month, the Joker will change his appearance to look like the Jack Nicholson Joker as well, and who knows, maybe he's going to look like other Jokers as well. Next, we have Catwoman. Says, "You're perfect." A nice cat pun there. And again, as we've seen before, she's kind of a mixture of the 1992 Batman Returns Catwoman with the costume, but her skin tone is more like the 2022 The Batman Catwoman appearance. So interesting that they're kind of combining two Catwomen to make a brand new one here. This one is probably our best look at Nightwing and Batgirl so far. It says, "We make a dynamic duo." So we have Dick Grayson Nightwing. He doesn't have the crazy hair from the 2008 game, unfortunately. And as we've learned, this Nightwing will actually start out as Robin earlier on in the story, and then he's going to later become Nightwing, with Tim Drake becoming Robin. So yeah, this game will take place over a pretty lengthy time frame, it seems. Then also here we have Barbara Gordon Batgirl there on the right, and her costume looks like the 90s animated series appearance. And then lastly we have Mr. Freeze. He says, "You melt my heart." We first saw him featured in the Game Awards trailer back in December, and again, he's based on the 1997 Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze from the movie, and he's probably one of my favorite designs that we've seen so far. But that's all of the Valentine's Day postcards that they released. I just wanted to share that, as those are some super high-res shots of the characters, and they're pretty neat. Okay, next we have an update on the PC system requirements for the game. This has been one of the more controversial aspects leading up to this release, so if you're someone who wasn't aware, TT Games posted the system requirements on Steam, and they were pretty high-end. For example, TT was recommending 32 gigabytes of RAM, and the majority of people just don't have that in 2026. Not to mention the RAM prices are shooting up right now due to all the AI investments, so yeah, people were upset. The TT Games community manager has clarified in the official Discord that these specs were only a placeholder and that the final requirements would be revealed closer to launch, so I think that made some people feel better, but not everyone. Well, now we have a new update this week, as they've lowered the recommended RAM requirements. In a statement on Steam, TT Games says, "As part of our ongoing testing for LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight on PC, we have revised our recommended hardware specifications from 32 gigabytes of RAM down to 16 gigabytes of RAM. Please note our PC specs at this stage are not final. We will be continuing to optimize and make improvements as we move closer to launch. For more information, visit our product page on Steam." So yeah, I think them cutting the RAM requirement in half is pretty significant. Now, as you can see, the rest of the recommended specs here look the same and are still pretty high-end, like the NVIDIA RTX 3080 is being recommended, so you might still need to upgrade your PC for this Unreal Engine 5 game, but this is definitely a step in the right direction, so we'll have to see if anything else gets lowered as we get closer to launch in May. But alright, that's all the latest on LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. If you're a PC player, let me know your thoughts on the PC RAM requirements being cut in half. Are you pretty happy with that, or do you still need the GPU or CPU requirements to be lowered as well? Of course, coming up next week, we have IGN FanFest on February 25th. LEGO Batman is confirmed to be there, along with Jonathan Smith from TT Games. I'm expecting this to be a pretty massive news dump, and it will likely kick off the final big marketing push as we approach launch in May. I will, of course, be covering whatever happens as soon as I can, so subscribe for more content like this. Like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, and I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.